barked? Hi, everyone. It's Rita. From Miss Rita to the rescue. Hi. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Regina. Hi, Christine, Leslie, Shirley. Leslie, it's cold this morning, huh? In Massachusetts? Yeah. Hi, Ardeen. I said hi to Christine. Barbara, hello. Shelley, Faye. Nice to see you all. Nwane, how are you? We've got, David, hello. Aledra. You didn't say good morning to me, Aledra. You makes me think you're just here for the conversation with everybody else. No, I'm just kidding. Hi, Angie. Hi, Rhonda. Rhonda, that was a really good suggestion yesterday. Hi, Sunflower. Sunflower is one of my favorites. Hello, Ardeen. Hi, Lori, Rocky. Hello, welcome, everyone. We are going to be talking about holly. And why am I sitting here with these things? These are just some, do you check your memories in Facebook? They always show you the things that you've done, and I love posting these from years gone by. I particularly like this card, which is from a Dreaming Tree, and I love the paper that I chose because it was like some photo real paper for that. So this morning, which is a very cold late fall morning in beautiful New England. It's very sunny, and we are 1 week out from Thanksgiving. I wanted to let you know that we are scheduled, to the Gunnels. I have scheduled this week and next week and even the week after. So I might move some things around. So I'm not going to say, okay, we're doing this definitely. But today we're doing holly bows. And tomorrow we're going to be doing a two-sided vinyl sign that I am going to try to paint myself. And we've got a lot of other things on tap. Remember, on Saturday, we do have our sort of Zoom marathon, and I am working on trying to get the Zoom to stream to YouTube and possibly to Facebook. I found a source, which is kind of cool. This is also the final period of putting your name in for the November giveaway, which is a mug press, brand new Cricut mug press with $50 worth of materials. So it's a $250 prize, courtesy of our friends at Cricut. If you want to get in on that, you can do it every single day that the prize is open. So it's been open already now for like 13 days or 14 days. It's got a couple more days left. And then it closes, and we will pick and announce the winner on Saturday during the Zoom call. So it behooves me to figure that out, right? Because I want everybody to be able to see who won, even if you can't make it to the Zoom. All right, and let's see, that's that. I'm also going to finally get my giveaway set up for an Explore Air 2. That's right, I'm giving away a brand new Explore Air 2. And that is my anniversary gift to you. I have 9 years working with a Cricut, and as of this month, and I decided that I was going to give away from my pocket. It's not a Cricut sponsored event, but I'm going to give away a Cricut Air 2 to celebrate my 9 years. And now that I know when exactly when my anniversary is, we will celebrate it next year when I have a decade. Maybe we'll do a big if I had known, I would have planned more appropriately. So I didn't. Anyway. Okay, so today, what are we going to do? We're going to talk about holly. Holly is really my favorite. I like mistletoe too, but holly is one of my favorite plants. Even during the regular year, it is a favorite. It's called Christ thorn in Europe, and for good reason. It's very thorny, and it's also used quite a bit with Christmas decorations, and has been used as Christmas decorations for a very long time. In fact, the symbolism, the wealth of symbolism and the history of holly dates back to pagan times, including with, I love gingerbread too. I'm a gingerbread and a holly person. It dates back to the Celtic and Druid traditions. Druids believed that it protected you against evil spirits, and Celtics felt that it was sacred and represented peace and goodwill. In the Christian era, it has a wealth of symbolism. Again, it's called Christ's thorned crown. That's because the leaves are shaped. The leaf shape is thorny, like the crown of Christ when he was on the cross. And also the shape of the leaves, I didn't get this one until I looked it up, but the shape of the leaf looks kind of like a flame or fire, and it's supposed to symbolize God's burning love for mankind. And then the red berries stand for the bloodshed that Christ shed for all of us. So you see, it's been celebrated and has been used, particularly in Europe, for a very long time. Celtic, Druid, and now the Christian era. And then also, this is a fact I did not know, Harry Potter's wand was made from the wood of a holly tree, which is kind of cool. And since it represents truth and goodwill, peace, then it means that the wand is also, filled with truth and everything. I don't know. I didn't follow Harry Potter all that much, but I just thought I'd tell you. Yeah, mistletoe is a lot different than holly is. Holly is actually a plant. Mistletoe is a parasite. I like mistletoe, but not as much as holly. It is a parasitic plant, so it kind of like just feeds off of other plants, which is weird. Okay, and one last thing. The Norse gods, so we're going way back. The Norse gods, Thor and Tyrannus, who, they're like lightning, thunder, and, Thor with the lightning and everything. They would, the folks back, the Norse, and during the Norse history, they would decorate their homes with holly because it resists lightning. Very interestingly, resists lightning. So that's our little history lesson about holly. And I think it's just a lovely plant, and my neighbors have them. I really want to plant them. So I like to incorporate holly into a lot of my decorations. Mistletoe, not so much. I am going to make a mistletoe, like we were doing last year, a mistletoe egg. But the thing about working with paper is that it's kind of flat. So, and we have done mistletoe with not mistletoe. We have done holly with our green wreath, which we're going to do again since my mother gave it away. Uh, so we have done that. But it was shaped in a way that it couldn't be strung. So when I hear of people are starting to decorate for the holidays, I think the first song that pops in my head is deck the halls with boughs of holly. So a bough is a branch full of holly, but because we can't create a branch, I figured we could make garland. And I started off making it flat. And I thought, okay, that would work. That could make it flat. And then I thought, well, the flat stuff is a little too blah. Let's make it 3D. Okay, Bren. I always would bring, I had a holly tree when I lived in a townhouse in Amesbury, and I would bring those in for and put them in my window boxes. It was just so beautiful. But anyway, so I figured we'd make it 3D. So I went on the search for a holly leaf, and this is what I found. I'm going to show you what I did to it, because I also added a double score line down here so that it easily will fold. And I cut it in 2 sizes and also 2 colors. And then sort of last minute, I decided to add the red berries. I'm going to show you what I did for that. So let's first go to images and have a look for holly. So you can see here, there's a holly one right there. But I wanted something that was an individual leaf, and also that that I could separate and string together as, for instance, as the garland. So you'll notice that a lot of times they show it with the 3 leaves, which is, I guess, how it comes. This is the one that I liked, and I sort of was looking at. I didn't want anything too fancy, but I also didn't want, I only wanted 1 layer of holly, and I'm trying to see where I found the one that I chose. Might have been this one. Came with those 3 berries, but let me just check. Hold on. There's a lot of holly in here, which is a good thing. Okay, so I think I may have. I think, did I use this one? This is a drawn image, though. I always think I'm going to remember, and then I don't. So, yeah, I think I used this one. Very plain. And we will bring that in, and I can show you. Is this the one that has the separate or not? So let's bring that in. Let's also bring in, oh, it might have... Sorry, guys. I'm going to bring this one in, too. So... Ultimately, we want to have individual leaves so that we can put 4 together at once. So what I did was I ungrouped, let's see, nope, I didn't use this one because that didn't work, but I liked these triple berries, so that's good. But let's have a look at this one. It's similar, but it's not quite the exact same one. Maybe I did use the one from the wreath. All right, guys. All right. Good morning. Hi, Dolores. So let's see if this works. No, I didn't use this. I'm sorry. Let's choose this one. That's the one from the wreath. And maybe this one. All right. So, This is not distinct enough. I wanted a really crisp edge, and so that's just not distinct enough for me, although I do like the berries. And this might be it, but it actually has this cut through there, so I don't want that. So let's have a look at this one. This one looks good. They're a little bit different, but this is the thought process that I go through. And if it doesn't work for you, then you could just pick up the file and do it yourself. But so I ended up with this leaf, which I separated. So and I wanted this very simple leaf, but I wanted to put a very strong score mark down the middle, because we're going to basically cut 4 leaves to make one part of the garland. So you're going to need a lot of leaves. At this size, they're about 2 inches wide. You can fit 15 of them on a regular 12 by 12 mat. So I did cut them at this size, but I probably would also cut them at this size if you didn't want really big holly bows. So this is what I did. Let me just ungroup them. So I'm going to detach them. So here we go. You'll notice here I have 2 score lines. So let me show you how to get those. Now, somebody from England said to me yesterday, I think it was yesterday, they said, I'd like to know if I can use my scoring stylus on the maker, because to buy the scoring wheel in the UK is very expensive, and I have the scoring stylus. And absolutely, you can use the scoring stylus. The problem with the scoring stylus is that it does not give you a really good score. Okay, so one of the ways around it is to double score it. So that is so simple to do. So here is my plain leaf, and I am going to go over 2 shapes right here, and I'm going to pick up the score line right there. Okay, and you'll see it comes over here. It comes at a certain size. I think it's 3.1 inches, okay? Which might work real well for this. So what we're going to do is make sure that, this is in the back, which it is. Then we're going to take that score line. Let's arrange it to the front, send back. No, is it there? Yeah, it is. Now, here's what we'll do. We'll make it so that it's going to go all the way through. You see that? Straight through. But to be on the safe side, we want it absolutely halfway through. So we are going to go to align right here and center. This makes sure that it is exactly in that right place. And then we are going to duplicate this score line. And we'll do it again. We'll corral them all and then center them. You see that? It's centered exactly in the middle. This is going to work really well for us. So so that's a double score line. Now there is one more thing that you have to do. So let's grab it all, and then we're going to attach. So attaching is down here. It's a paper clip. We're going to attach. Okay. Now it's time for the cutting, and I'll be honest with you, assembly is going to take longer than cutting with this. So I'm just going to show you, just like 1 page. So we need a lot. We need actually 4 for each of the leaves. So we need 4 of these. So this cuts, this particular size cuts about 15 on 1 mat. And I then cut it out 6 times, okay? I did an even number because we need 4s. So now I used this paper. I got this at Joann's, but it is a white core. It is not a solid core paper. That may or may not be something you like. A lot of people do not like white core paper and they tend to ink it, which I will show you how to do. What I liked about this is that it's just greens and I got 6 each of the color. So I liked these colors and I cut them out. Actually, I used these top 2 colors and I played around with some ideas of mixing and matching the colors, or if I had a pattern that was green, I thought about that too. And you can use your imagination, okay? So and I am on the maker. So when I hit continue, I just want to show my friend in the UK what you need to do. So automatically, if you have a maker and it sees that there's scoring, you'll see that it's asking you to load that scoring wheel into clamp B. But you can change it by hitting edit tools and just choosing scoring stylus, like just right there. And now you don't have to take your blade out and swap out the scoring. And this is important, especially if you're cutting a lot of these, which we are. Okay. So there is what we're going to be cutting out, and I can show you exactly how it works. Hold on just a second. Let me grab a sheet of paper here. I think the only thing I did not like about this paper, it cuts beautifully, but I just didn't like the white core. Uh-oh. Is Jordan okay? Okay, so here's my mat, and I already have my scoring stylus in. Remember, it goes in there. Make sure that it clicks and have it in there. And scoring always happens first. So let's go ahead and cut one sheet, and you'll see that the scoring happens twice. Oh, you're going to homeschool them? You're going to homeschool Jordan? Oh, yeah. It's tough. My son, he could never do homeschooling, but he is a very different kid, and thankfully for him, you know, he's in a different school system, but he wants to go to public school, and I'm like, why? You know, he's a very different kid, and he would be relentlessly picked on, you know. That's what I think, but I don't know. But we're here for you, Shelly and Jordan, of course. And sometimes homeschool is best. I have a friend who homeschooled her kid, and till he was, I think, he was in high school, and then he went to school. But then he went to an academy. So, you know, not one size does not fit all for every child. It's not a pegs and hole thing, you know? So anyway, you notice that it is doing the score at the same time, but twice. So it goes down once and it goes down the other time. Okay? And then it will start cutting. So we don't have to necessarily, yeah, they don't come out so great. But when they're done, when they're done doubly, they come out pretty awesome. So this is the these other ones that I cut, and you see I cut quite a bit. Actually, I have some of the wrong color in there, so I cut it in 2 different colors. I'm just going to take out the dark because I decided to just do all dark and all light, and then I did play around with it. So this is going to be our end result. It is a 3D garland with berries. You'll pardon, I did get a lot of glue on these berries because it was kind of an afterthought, but and I didn't do them all. There wasn't enough space in this one, but when I'm doing these going forward, when I make all of these, and you really are not going to believe how many you use for one garland. So this is 15 times 6, which is what, 60, 75 or something? 50 is 15 times 6, 75. This is 75 or so leaves for this dark color, and this also the same amount, 15 times 6. So the first thing that we had to do, or I had to do to create this, is I had to cut that all out, and then I had to score it. So the score does a little bit, but it doesn't do enough. So you have to definitely fold these in half, and these are rather pointy. So so be careful of your fingers, because so I sat here during a meeting and I just folded these all. Let's have a look at these ones that just came off. This actually creates this really interesting shape right here. All right. So let's have a look at these 4. So you see there is the score line. Hold on, let me change this a little tiny bit. There's the score line, and we're going to fold it, and that's why we wanted it right in the middle. So we're going to fold this because this actually is slightly different. There's a pointier side and a not so pointy side. So what we're going to do, fold these all like this, just like this, and then we're going to get our glue, and we are going to glue 2 together. Now you need to be cognizant of where the extra pointy side is, okay? So I did this just like this. I hope my glue is going to work. All right. This would be a fun thing to do on a snowy night, sitting by the fire, because after you get it all cut out, you have to there's a lot of an assembly here, okay? So there's what we're going to do. Make couples of 2 leaves together, and we're going to need 2 of the couples to make one of these. Okay? All right, and I like to get them nice and tight and nice and connected there. Now, this is what we're talking about, this white that's inside. When a paper is printed with color, it doesn't have to be a patterned paper. When the paper starts off as white before they make it into paper, before they make it into a pad of paper, that's called white core. And I normally use solid core. In fact, Cricut's paper is solid core. But if you can't get yourself all these lovely colors, and that pad has a lot of lovely colors, and this bothers you, you can get yourself a little ink pad, a little one, I'm saying, because the big ones, I think it's hard to do, but this is a little one. It's a Versa from Tsunikio. Tsukinico, and this color is called Hint of Pesto. And this is what you would do. You would just kind of go and sort of scrape the sides of the, where you're seeing the white, I should say. So like this, and it sort of hides that white. So let's do that here so you can see. And I really don't think it matters that the green is slightly different color, because I think it's green, and so it doesn't stand out. So here you go. This one here really stands out. Yes, Leslie, excellent. All right, so if you also have an alcohol marker, which I do, you can go ahead and sort of do the same thing with alcohol markers. And if you have alcohol markers, you can use, of course, you can use the fancy ones, but remember we bought alcohol markers when we started working with alcohol inks, and I have a big, beautiful set of them. So I will definitely get those out. In fact, I could, now we won't, but a good suggestion, okay? So once we have those exactly the way that we want them, and we have the two together, we're going to get some thin, this is thin baker's twine. This is what I bought actually at the dollar store. It's 3 rolls of baker's twine. It really doesn't matter the color because it's going to be all completely covered. Okay, so I just happen to have the red one here because I thought, whatever, grab that one. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to give it a little tail here, and then we are going to glue one of our pairs or couples here, and we are going to nestle this inside between the two, you see? Make sure you have the correct side of the leaf. So the really pointy end versus the other pointy end. And then just hold it together until it holds. Now, if you want berries, I would suggest you do this part while you're creating your garland, because I didn't do it here and it became kind of a difficult thing. So I cut out 2 exact the same berries. They're the triple berries, and I'm going to just put a little tiny bit of glue on it. Don't need a whole lot. And then I'm going to place it here. And then I'm taking this one. And this is why it'd be nice to cut it on solid core, because you don't have to worry about it if you flip it over. And hold it like this until it catches. All right? This takes a little bit of, I don't know, practice, but you will pretty soon be making a whole big thing of this. This is fun and so easy to do. It kind of reminds me of making like popcorn garland, which you can put this on your tree. If you want to make it smaller, it might be better for a tree, but if you want, I think I'm going to put mine on my staircase. I used to have the best garland, and I don't know where, you know what, I got to tell you, over time, I don't know if it's just my memory or what, but I keep forgetting things, can't find stuff. And then I keep, I have one of those. I mean, I actually have been buying things these days, and a spring form pan is one of them. I bought a spring form pan because I could not find my other one. So I was like, and then I know it will show up, but you cannot make cheesecake in a non-spring form pan. You just can't. And I feel like having cheesecake for Thanksgiving this year. I don't know why. So this is what we're doing. It does take a little bit of practice, and you might get glue all over your fingers, but the end result is really just so much fun. See that? Do you like this? I think it's great. Yes, also definitely tiered trays, hanging over like your foyer door, indoors, of course. We talked about that. And and so inexpensive. It's a little time consuming, but and then when you store it away for next year, you just have to not be careful not to crush it. And it will last for many years, and you'll be taking that out every year, and you're like, I made these with Miss Rita. Isn't that great? So that is all there is to it, folks. I'm going to try to give you the file for this. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have any luck. They looked at the files and they seemed to think there was nothing wrong with my files, but they had no answer as to why no one could open up the concertina card, so they're still sort of investigating. Oh my goodness, these dogs are really barky today. Oops, I forgot. Hey! Oh, National Grid is outside messing around with the lines. I think that's National Grid. Looks like it. All right, it's just the National Grid, guys. Take it easy. Oh, my knights in shining armor. By the way, Pascal is much better, and he is doing better. My brother-in-law, all right, teddy bear. My brother-in-law is still in the hospital. Still in the hospital. I don't even know if he's going to be home in time for Thanksgiving. But he is still in the hospital. He no longer has COVID, but his lungs were so damaged, and his heart, he has like weakened his heart or something from that. So I don't know if he'll be home in time for Thanksgiving. Isn't that terrible? I know. So sad. So this is fun, and this is the kind of thing, like I said, remember the rolled flowers everybody wants to do, which I really love them, but they're very time consuming. Uh-oh. So the National Grid guy is outside the door. So I guess I'm going to have to stop because he's outside the door. We will see you all tomorrow so I can answer the door. Take care, everyone. Bye.